Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Rummer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail, and we are going to be talking to Clara today. Now, the team I'm using is pretty similar to the team I was using last time, but I was thinking for the first bit to swap around Stell for Xing Shui, because people are saying that she's also like a good damage dealer. Now, I want to create a separate team for Xing Shui, right? But for now, I kind of want to see what, just damage-wise, what she can do for a little bit, and then switch back to Stell, like, after maybe the first battle, just to try out the character, you know? I want to kind of, like, you know, make sure we're, like, giving attention to, like, most of the characters we want to use here, and I've also, like, said before, in terms of characters that I want to use on this team, or want to level up at the moment, we have, like, all these characters here, of course, yes, and, like, I don't have, like, this massive amount, like, of characters at this moment, so, like, really, like, there's only a few that, like, one or two that I don't feel like leveling up right now, but we'll see how it goes, because, again, leveling up characters is quite fun in this game. It's no hassle whatsoever. Obviously, later on, I imagine it will be more hassle, but for now, I think it's actually quite fun to do so. Let's talk to Clara and Svarog, one of the most interesting dynamics in the entire game.
The thief has stolen parts again? How am I going to track down
Or is a thief? Okay. Clara, what's wrong?
It's you. There have been a few unusual thefts in the dwelling over the past few days.
All right.
The vagrants say that the parts they worked so hard to obtain have completely vanished. They're worried that there's a thief in the dwelling.
First of all, every time I talk to her, I forget how adorable she is, but like, yeah, this is worrying, right? Because again, when you want to have that trust, especially amongst people who are all down on their luck, at least we're down. No, they still are down on their luck, right? Like, it's going to take some time to rebuild some stuff as well.
Despite our investigations, no one has been able to track down the thief. What's even stranger is that the thief appears to be only interested in stealing parts and doesn't care about other valuable items.
Interesting, so they're not going after like jewelry or money or any like sentimental stuff like that.
The vagrants had no choice but to ask Mr. Svarog to look into it, but he still hasn't found anything. I investigated the matter myself, but I came up empty-handed.
Okay, that's okay. I mean, like, it seems like it's a tough situation.
Jeez, I'm baffled. What a strange thief.
Yeah, so they need parts or something. Don't worry, we can go over the clues together.
Are you also here to look into this case? Perhaps
Big
if we
sister.
work together, we can uncover some clues that I missed.
Of course, little sister, of course.
It's just, I haven't found enough clues yet. The thief is really tricky. They haven't left any traces in the dwelling. Oh, I heard the vagrants on patrol last night ran across the thief again, but I haven't had time to look into it. Should we go ask them?
I'm up for it. Witness first-hand accounts are crucial. Genius detective girl, move out. Move out.
That sounds kind of weird, but actually, I think it's cool too. Now, let's get started.
I love that she says big sister. It's an adorable relationship between Stell and between Clara, but also I love obviously the dynamic between Svarog is just like we can't even talk to him. He's just like, look, it's none of my business right now. This is Clara's gig. I'm sure he will give support, which he has. He's tried to find the thief himself also at the same time. But this is interesting. Yeah, a thief that only steals parts isn't stealing anything sentimental or valuable monetarily so I wonder why that is. But I would help Clara if she needs it with anything, honestly. There was like an 80 gigabyte update, by the way, today. I don't know what that was about. Very strange stuff.
Sir, how are you? I heard you saw the thief who stole the parts last night. Can you tell us what happened?
The fact that Clara starts like an investigation with "How are you?" is adorable.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Oh, Clara, it's you. I thought it was... You scared the living daylight.
Did you think it was the thief again?
I did see the thief last night, but who is this person next to you?
I'm just a passionate trailblazer. The wildfires assigned me to solve the case. I'm a brilliant sidekick of this genius detective.
This nickname is a bit embarrassing.
Okay, if you want me to stop, I'll stop. I'll stop. Okay, that's fine.
Detective? I see. You're here to help catch the thief, right? It's great that there are more people here to solve this case. Hold on, I'll explain what happened last night. Just let me gather my thoughts first. Okay, so, last night I was on patrol when I bumped into the thief stealing the parts. Then I just...
It sounds like it's upsetting quite a bit. Why do you sound so terrified?
Goodness, I was so scared.
What?
It was dreadful.
What happened?
I was cold and hungry while on patrol last night, so I decided to return to the dwelling and heat up some leftover canned food for a snack. But when I entered the tent, the thief's silhouette scurried across my vision.
Scurried?
I couldn't see the thief's face because the tent was so dark, but I could tell he wasn't a nice guy. Because when he turned,
I was getting a little scared.
He swung a knife right across
Jesus.
my face. In that moment, I really thought I was going to die. I could feel the blades chill on my cheeks and smell its rusty scent. The weapon that fella had was definitely a metal one. That's the only thing I'm certain of.
So you didn't get to see a good look at his face then?
Also, I saw the outline of him in the dark. The fella's head was absolutely square.
Square?
Yes, you heard me. Square. Can you believe that? Someone with a square head? It was truly terrifying.
That's not the aspect that I find is scary. I guess that could be a clue. Like that. Like to me, the aspect that's scary is the fact that you got like threatened at. No, I guess attacked with a knife, basically.
Oh, you're right. I see. I'll jot it down. Sir, please take a deep breath.
Well done, Clara.
The thief was armed with a metal weapon and had a, square head. Correct?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm struggling to make sense of these clues. Do you have any thoughts?
Now, Rudy, is there anything else you can notice? Why are you being so evasive? Are you an accomplice? We've cracked the case. The culprit has a square head. Is there anything else you
I'm
noticed?
sorry. I was too scared. When a shadow leaps out at you, who could possibly pay attention to such tiny details?
I mean, yeah, that's understandable. Like, especially in a traumatic situation, like, you're not going to remember everything, you know?
It seems that's everything. We now know one of the culprit's physical traits, and that he is extremely violent. But how can we track him down?
Yes, I remember something. While the culprit was hurrying to escape, he knocked something over. He may have left some clues or...
Thank you for letting us know.
This is a crucial clue. Let's go investigate the crime scene together.
The fact that you keep saying big sister.
No one has touched the crime scene, so any traces he left behind should still be there. Please, catch the thief for us.
We'll try our best. We'll definitely try our best. Yeah, like the funny thing is, like, even before you mentioned the knife, I think one of the things that, like, it would be hard to, like, forget sometimes, or easy to forget sometimes, is that, like, yes, we're in this world of Honkai Star Rail where, like, you know, we fought, you know, antimatter legions and gigantic, you know, monster robots and Kokolia herself, right? But, like, in any situation, someone stealing something from you and then, like, you know, trying to attack you, that's terrifying. That's genuinely so scary. Even just the act of someone taking something from you, you know what I mean? It feels like your privacy was invaded. It feels like, you know, your safety was put at risk. Like, all those things that can make you question everything and make you feel like so icky and unsafe, you know? Some abrupt scratches left on the mountain, which means it was done by a metal weapon. The end of the scratches point to a distant place. So could the square-headed metal weapon be like a machine of some kind?
Take a look at these marks. These are very suspicious. Could they have been left by the culprit? They point in that direction. Let's go take a look.
Sure. Yeah, I wonder. I'm not always like, you know, what happens to me sometimes is, like, I'll say what, like, and you saw the recent, maybe you saw the recent Genshin episode. Oh. Maybe you saw the recent Genshin episode. But like in that recent Genshin episode, like I think I got the twist wrong like 22 times. But it was fun though. It's fun. It's fun to be wrong, you know, because like that means you get to be like surprised, and that's fun. Few people will come to this place, but you can see some scratches on the ground, snaking their way forward.
And look at these. How unusual. They don't appear to have been left by a human.
There, that adds to it, isn't it? It might be a machine of some kind. The square head and metal weapon, right? And the rust. Those three things definitely make it seem like it is some sort of like machine of some kind. Oh, there's an enemies up here. Oh, actually we should, right? What's your weakness? What's your weakness? What is it again? There you go. Ambushed! I was too late. I was way too late. But honestly, what a better way to like figure out how good a character can be than, you know, this. So even enhance? Or should we do single target first?
You chose the wrong enemy.
This battle is unavoidable.
Eternal sleep is the dead return!
See, it's probably not always the best idea to like figure out how good a character can be from, you know, a smaller battle like this. You probably want to take on a bigger enemy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
The Ten Lords' favor grants victory.
The tracks stop here. I guess we'll have to look around for other clues.
Sure.
This is where the mechanical waste is disposed of, though. Could it be?
Be careful, you don't want to alert the culprit. I didn't expect our thief to like waste heaps. We don't want to alert the culprit.
Oh, okay. I'll follow you.
Oh my god. The big sister stuff.
Split up. Wait. What's that noise?
What was the noise? I love that, like, unintentionally, and since the camera was this way, Han, you're looking like a hero. This hero pose. So Clara heard something there as well. So just to get a refresher as well on, like, 1 second here, what's Xing Shui? Xing Shui does? What damage she does? Or what's her moves? I know, like, you know, I'm very casual when it comes to this stuff. But I don't mind being casual. So, like, the actual talent... at the start of an ally's turn, draw a tile. At the end of this character's turn, if this character holds 4 tiles of the same suit, remove all tiles and then enhance the attack. Oh, so you remove all... if you have 4 tiles, you remove all the tiles and enhances the basic attack. The quantum damage, then you attain 4 tiles. The basic attack is tosses a tile to do minor damage, so you get rid of a tile that way, I guess. And then the skill is draw tiles, increase damage dealt. And then...
Today's fortune is...
Okay, that's good.
Not good for work or overtime.
She's kind of adorable. So whatever damage you do is gonna be like enhanced, I guess. But we could take on this enemy over here.
Cannot let such a
Wait,
sinful creature be.
we have Bronya, right? They can do weakness here, right? Yep. Just see how we do. Just see how we do.
The smell of sin.
That was not a good idea. Good shot, though.
Choose when to strike. Wow!
Wait, what the hell?
My turn.
So our damage is enhanced now, and then we can blast? Okay, that's pretty good damage. That actually is pretty good damage. Can you imagine it enhanced as well? You know what I mean? We're gonna get attacked here anyway. Having the shield here is always like a good idea for enemies like this, I suppose. Here, we're gonna take some big damage, I think, from
Resistance is timely.
or maybe not. I think there's still a bit to go. Still a bit to go.
Still in denial.
Put a bit of burden.
Recount.
I'll see you off.
Restore myself.
Bloom.
So we can also do this.
Choose when to strike.
So now we can blast as well. Okay, we could get rid of all these guys then, right? Nice bit of damage there as well.
This battle is unavoidable.
We're gonna get blown up by these guys anyway, but like, let's use this regardless.
We've entered the storm.
And actually, no, we won't be. Because we can use the quantum damage, right? The quantum damage to everybody. The AoE.
Please, and
Oh, this is sped up. I didn't want to speed up. We'll unspeed it up the next time we do it.
troublesome.
Eternal sleep. The dead return!
I mean, I feel like we're doing like,
Lend me
and
your
especially
strength.
since we haven't like supported her just yet. Our health is like very low though. And I think I have
This
the
is
stuff I
serious.
have on her.
I shall be the judge. By the will of the ten
Yeah,
lords.
the stuff I have on Xing Shui as well is that like she actually has.
Receive
I think she gains more damage every time she just defeats an enemy,
Troublesome.
which is pretty good, you know.
I will remember your kindness.
About to explode as well.
Wait for the tiles.
Should we enhance ourselves as well?
Stay calm. Recount.
Get rid of you as soon as possible as well. Why not?
You chose the wrong enemy.
Sorry, I'm just like I'm trying to maybe like always like do the best. Yeah, so there we go. The best we can with this stuff is
Don't
here
pay
as
for
well,
this.
because again, I'm not like obviously
Lend
it's a
me your
new
strength.
character. Not always sure how to use
entered
a
the
new
storm.
character in the best way possible. But I feel like
Guard
that's
and
also like the fun
defend.
part of like
Crush them.
utilizing new characters, right? Is like how can we do the best with them, I suppose. You know what I mean? Like it's not, to me, like it's not a bad thing whatsoever.
I
It's
shall
quite
be
fun.
the judge.
I'll see you off.
I might restore just to get that
Receive
healing
divinity.
ability as well.
Look,
Bloom.
I will remember your
Repay.
kindness. This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength. Choose when to strike.
And we get to go again as well. And heal up ourselves also at the
denial.
same time.
Recount.
Restore.
Receive divinity.
Yep.
Your
As much
assistance
I
is
probably should have
timely.
restored ourselves, but here we are. Actually, no, it's probably a good idea in the end that happened.
Luck of the draw.
Here we go. Now we can see this the way it
Please,
is.
please, 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 please.
This is like adorable gambler. Oh, and they're like on the thing. I didn't even notice that the first time around because it went by so fast.
Better late than never. Wait for the tiles before you start. Time for the payout.
Very cool.
You'll pay for this. I shall be the judge. By the will of the ten lords, the ten
I think we
lords
had more
decree,
breakability on the big
hereby
boy as well.
ordained.
Probably would have been a good
Eternal
idea.
sleep is not the
But
end.
because we have literally no breakability on him whatsoever
dead
too, so maybe it's not a fair thing for Xing Shui as well. Even though I think she's done fantastic, by the way, I think she's actually quite fun and like a very unique style as well for an attacker, you know. So like I don't think it's she's bad in any way, shape, or form.
Lend me your strength. Wait for the tiles. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Again, I'm kind of confused on that
I'll
aspect
see
of
you
it, but I'm
off.
sure it'll be okay.
Bloom. Receive divinity.
I will remember your
Repay.
kindness.
Eternal sleep is not the dead return!
My turn.
So she
Choose me
gains the
strike.
4 and then she gets. Oh, then she does a blast. Okay.
You'll pay for
Okay.
this.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Make sure she has a bit of healing on her as well. I'm gonna order these in as well.
This battle is unavoidable. Wait for the tiles.
We could have done it in the middle there, obviously, and done better. But look, it worked out. I think it's probably not the fairest interpretation of like her ability, just because we didn't have like a lot of break ability there. But I still think that she was like very, very fun. Is this where we have to go? Oh, so it is like a machine.
Tiny robot? Is it searching for something? But I don't remember Mr. Svarog issuing an order like this recently.
Also, she's wondering like if it's like gone rogue.
It looks like it's carrying the vagrant's missing parts. And those tracks and metal scratches we noticed earlier.
The thief doesn't appear to be human. Remotely, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
It appears we're thinking the same thing. This small robot doesn't appear to be a Belobog creation. It looks like it's been welded together from random scrap metal materials.
Interesting.
Oh, it appears to have a small mechanical arm. Ah, it's noticed us.
Is it gonna try and fight or is it gonna run?
Human.
Wait,
Injured.
what?
No. Hurt. Please don't.
Clara, do you speak robot? Anyway, hand over the stolen parts. Don't hit me. I surrender. Please have mercy. Well, I guess it's the most applicable thing to say here.
I don't understand what it's saying, but it doesn't appear to be trying to flee or
Are they
attack
saying
us.
it's injured?
It appears to be trying to say something. Human.
I human?
Please, don't hurt.
They're human?
Is it trying to say, please don't hurt me, human?
Maybe. Hope, because if they're saying they're human, that's pretty terrifying.
Human. Parts. Rivet. Need. Repair. Need. Town.
Need repair, need town.
Parts. Need. Hurt. Don't. It appears to have a malfunction, but I think I can understand it.
You can?
It seems that it needs these
That's what I was
parts,
thinking. Yeah.
And it's begging us not to hurt
Yeah,
it.
okay. Because I thought that it might be like a deeper thing to it as well, but no, like it is definitely just like begging not to be hurt, and it seems that it needs to repair it's maybe itself or something else.
I've never seen a robot with this kind of malfunction before. What happened to it?
We won't hurt this robot, but it must return the parts first. My patience is limited. Honestly, like I'd rather know what's happening, right?
Although the
For sure.
small robot appears to want to communicate, its speech is all scrambled.
Right.
Perhaps there's an issue with its language module. This little guy probably can't understand what we're saying either. Run! Escape! Open! Fire! Workshop! Chase!
What?
Don't! It's running away!
What is happening?
No, we can't let it escape. It still has the vagrant's parts.
Yeah, but
What should we do? We gotta stop it. But please don't be too rough on it. I'll figure out a way to repair it later.
yeah, like this is so interesting to me. Like this part here, like just makes me feel so weird.
Pain. Suffer. Sorry. Parts. Sorry.
I genuinely think they just need the parts. You know what I mean? Like I'm willing to like, figure out something for them.
Be the judge.
Maybe we could
Wait for
like
the
find a
parts.
way to give them some parts,
Wow!
Maybe.
Sorry. Hurt. Suffer.
Like this is making me feel so like,
No. Pain.
you know what I mean? Like,
Sorry.
oh my god.
Hurt. Sorry. Suffer. Sorry. Pain. Sorry. Ouch. Pain. Sorry.
Like what? Like
Why?
I feel so bad.
Sorry. Pain. Suffer.
Suffer.
Sorry. It seems to have stopped working.
My heart is like hurting. I don't understand what just happened. What's it saying?
Yes, but why?
It was apologizing. And it used the word suffer.
I feel bad about
Oh, Clara,
this.
same.
I guess we should return this little fella and the parts. I think I can... I'll repair it.
Okay.
And if I can't, I'll ask Mr. Svarog for help. He always knows what to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, some logical approaches might be good. Like, that's so, like, interesting to me. Because, like, again, like, it's... Obviously, like, the machines in this game, we've already grown to, like, you know, find Svarog so interesting as well, right? But, like, having, like, the machines, like, you know, express the... Because we've already thought they were, like, cute and adorable. And in some cases, like, we've, like, grown, like, you know, the one at the door here. Always very funny to be around as well, right? Like, they're always, like, so, like, interesting. But, like, to have one, like, express sorrow, suffering, be, like apologetic like that, it feels so weird. It feels so strange.
Yeah.
Wrong button. I didn't mean to try and hit Clara.
Initiating assessment of the robot's condition. Please wait, Clara.
While Mr. Svarog is assessing this little fella, let's give it a quick checkup ourselves.
Sure.
This paint job and these custom parts, and the way the parts are attached, it's all quite strange. But one thing is for certain, this little fella is not under remote control. He's operating entirely of his own
Okay,
accord.
so not taking the parts, at least not being controlled by someone taking the parts at the very least.
Its design is, well, unique. I've never seen a robot with a design like this before. It really seems like something that was thrown together rather quickly. Its creator most likely didn't consider whether the system would function properly or not.
Just like putting random things together, like get thrown together then? Like not even thinking about like the, I don't know if the effect is the right word to say, but like, you know, I guess the effect of what would, the outcome of not, like of an unfunctional system would be, you know?
Is it a failed robot pet creation that has been abandoned?
It's making me very nervous. I'll say that though.
If it's a pet, then why would it gather parts itself?
What is a robot pet? I think I've heard the term robot pet before. This place has somewhat of a lax definition of pets.
I've heard that some vagrants in the dwelling keep the little robots they find as pets. Some vagrants also make modifications to their pets, which they call pet upgrades.
Right. Why does this feel strange to me? Because again, like we know like the robots like can be adorable as heck, but
Pets like that are pretty rare, but some of the folks who have them have formed a small community to share ideas. Some are interested in nurturing robots. Others force them into battle.
oh right.
If my memory serves me right, the parts this little fella stole were originally designed for that kind of pet upgrade.
Battle each other, that's awful. The reason why I say it's awful, right? I understand that we battle robots as well, right? But like, I think there's something like in your mind, if a robot like turns to you and goes like, please, sorry, suffering, sorry, you know, and then you go, hey, go off to battle. You'd have to, like, even if it's like not like a living human with sentient, like, how do we say it? Not a living, like, we know Svarog cares about Clara, right? We know that they're capable of, in some way, depending on the creation of caring and stuff like this. And we know now they know the words suffering and sorry and apologies and panic. I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to me in that sense, you know?
The vagrants, or to be more accurate, the majority of the people in the underworld, regard robots as nothing more than tools. But I disagree. Robots have their own thoughts and feelings.
I mean, we know this from Svarog.
It's great that you understand what I'm saying.
100% Clara. I'm with you.
I'm sorry. I just suddenly felt some strong emotions. Let's get back to work on repairing the small
Feeling strong
robot.
emotions is 100% okay. Don't worry about that whatsoever, you know?
This jack's placement is odd. The chip is buried deep inside. If you don't look closely enough, You won't even find it.
Interesting.
Assessment of the robot's condition is complete. The shell damage is estimated to be 98.2%. The assessment concludes that a total recovery is impossible. It is recommended that the robot's external shell be removed and replaced, while keeping the outer circuitry and related transmission devices.
So is the shell? That's yeah. The shell is damaged so much, as you were saying. Okay.
You can always rely on Mr. Svarog to come up with a brilliant idea. So, I guess we'll have to go find a new robot shell to fix it.
Sure.
Right?
Where can we buy one?
I'm not sure if anyone sells this kind of thing. However, there must be some robot shells lying around the machine
Graveyard.
Everyone calls it a graveyard, but there are actually lots of useful parts buried there. I'm gonna return the parts to the vagrants first. Then I'll check on the little fella. Can I trust you to find a shell in the machine graveyard, big sister?
Sure.
Really?
I did not mean to click that.
What it takes to be a prospector.
Well, I said I'm an expert in scavenging. Well, I guess through dumpsters. Thank you, Clara, for the compliment, though.
Then I'll entrust this task to you, big sister.
Big sister.
Look for Toby at the front entrance. His appearance is crude, but he's the robot most familiar with the machine graveyard. Just follow Toby.
Sure. So this is so interesting to me what story quests are doing here, what companion quests are doing here with with Clara, I should say. Because we know Clara's a very compassionate person. She's a very caring person. She's an adorable, caring little kid. She really is. But like what we also like know is that she's actually very like technologically smart. You know what I mean? She's very good at like the technological aspects of this world, like robots, like machines, furnaces, heating cores, whatever they are, all this stuff. She's very good at this stuff. So to combine like her utmost compassion with her knowledge and interest in machines is such a smart idea for the quest, right? And now we have this like machine that's like clearly like showing emotions, clearly showing like some sort of like suffering or pain. And it's so cool as well that she like brings it back to Svarog, because not only does she like trust Svarog, but she's like, Svarog like is smart. Svarog knows this stuff, and you can really see the relationship that she has with Svarog like on display constantly in this
Hello,
the game.
blessed Miss Clara. Please do as you wish. It's my honor to serve
Toby,
you.
fancy robot. Toby, can you show me the way?
Miss Clara has assigned me the task of planning your sightseeing route in the machine graveyard. I will guide you down the path.
Thank you, Toby. So is Toby actually... Oh, Toby's literally going to guide us. Good man, Toby.
Would you like to engage in super speed mode? If so, please confirm by spinning counterclockwise 10 times.
Wait, for real?
Then clockwise by 270 degrees.
I cannot do that. I do not know how to do that. Wait, so are these even... Oh, I was like, they're not even attacking us. Very strange, But they're actually trying to attack us. Ambush. I thought we could interact. I thought we could interact with it. It's okay though. Like, it's not like battles are like that awful to do. Like, especially since we want some practice as well. But I was just interested in seeing what this was coming with the story as well.
Your assistance is timely.
Let's go.
I shall be the judge. Choose when to strike.
Restore ourselves.
Responsibility. Repay.
Lend me your
Buff.
strength. We've entered the storm.
Let's do a bit of buffing here.
Crush them.
Then let's do a...
Luck of the draw. Please.
She's adorable.
Victory!
And then we can do a blast.
Eternal sleep is the dead return.
Yeah, not that we need this. I think it's probably gonna go overkill, but still. Just to like make sure we're doing stuff exactly. I know I've already looked at this once, but like sometimes it does take me multiple times to look at like the ability list here as well. I know. Like it's just the Yeah, sorry about this, guys. So that deals quantum damage, right? So then at the start of an ally's turn, draw a tile. And it's when you get 4 tiles from the same... if this character holds 4 tiles in the same suit... Oh, okay, so they have to be from the same suit. Okay, I get it now. That sounds pretty fun. Very interesting combat style.
We have arrived at our first
Right?
destination. This model is known as the Dire Wolf, and was scrapped after it sustained piercing damage during a battle with another robot pet, which caused the chainsaw's fuel tank to burst.
Robot pet battles sound a little
They
frightening.
do. They sound very, very frightening.
The inside of the armor is a total mess due to being melted by the heat. Unfortunately, it appears to be useless.
We are on our way to the second destination. Please take a seat, buckle up, and hold tight.
Any dialogue? Any fun dialogue?
This is serious.
Yeah, so Xing Shui is actually like very, very fun here.
Recount.
Very fun.
When they keep quiet. Come
Let's see what we get out of this. Okay. Should we just use our bursts as well, or should we try get 4 of the same suit? We did. We got 4 of the same suit. So let's go blasting.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Then let's go for this as well.
Please. And victory!
It's actually such a fun ability, isn't it? Yeah, such a fun ability.
We shall take back what we lost.
We have arrived at our second destination. This module is called the Beetle, which is the same as mine. This machine was scrapped because it accelerated erratically for 7.1 kilometers after it incorrectly interpreted a command, causing the engine to catch fire and the core module to melt down.
Okay.
That is such an odd reason to be scrapped.
Yeah.
However, the shell appears to be in good condition, so I'll bring it with me.
Your trip has concluded. Please keep an eye out for vehicles approaching from the back or sides, as well as enemies and
Thank you. It seems like a lot of these robots are like, because like if I'm reading this correctly, it's this machine was scrapped because it accelerated erratically for 7.1 kilometers after incorrectly interpreted as a command. And last time the other one was scrapped as well for like during a battle as well. Like I genuinely wonder if like what they're trying to portray here.
Has concluded. I appreciate you putting your trust in Toby.
Thank you, Toby.
A 5-star review for this trip has been automatically generated for you. You're welcome.
No problem, Toby. But I wonder if like what they're trying to show here is that like people will scrap their machines for like very, for all either reasons that were inflicted upon those like that they inflicted on the machines themselves, or for like very like off the wall crazy reasons that we're kind of like, wait what, because again, like the idea is that like I feel like with Clara, being such like a caring person, they really are showing us in this quest how these robots like have, or at least like they in some cases are not cared for in a lot of ways, and in some cases are like seen as less than, but like it's actually quite sad seeing the way they're treated, right? It's actually quite sad. It really is. Hey, Clara.
Clara, it's time for a break. You shouldn't repair machines.
Oh my
when you
God.
have negative emotions. It's bad for your physical and
Svarog. Such a sweetheart. Logically tried to care for her as well,
Don't worry, Mr. Svarog.
And he's right, by the way. He's so freaking right. There's no point trying to do something when you're upset, right? It's almost impossible. I know it's not impossible, but it's annoying, and you probably won't get the best result as well, right?
Oh, you're back already. How did it go? Did Toby help you find a shell?
Heck yeah.
This shell. It doesn't appear to be the same design as this little fella's. But it shouldn't matter. The structures of these small robots are nearly identical. Thank you for bringing this to me.
It's no issue.
I finished extracting that chip from the small robot. Now, all that's left to do is move all this circuitry into the new shell.
Clara transferred the robot's core module into the robot's shell. Such a smart kid, right? So smart.
Although its appearance has changed a lot, I think we did a
It
good
looks like
job.
almost instantly healthier, Clara. Like, it almost looks like you know, when when someone who's like been so exhausted for so long, you know, finally like has to like, or someone who's been sick for a while, and they finally like, you know, get time just to like see a doctor and get better, and they get rest. You know, the best way to describe it is, it's literally like when someone like looks so tired for so long, and then they finally get like a week off, and you see them after a week off, and you're like, oh my god. You're like, obviously you wouldn't say it to them, you know what I mean? But you're thinking like, man, they deserve that rest, and now look at them, they look so energized, you know?
But what I just did, is it any different from those pet upgrades that the vagrants
Yes,
perform?
because I feel like you did it in a way to preserve the machine, right?
Not compatible.
Oh.
It's making a
Does it
strange
feel the
sound.
incompatibility?
Incompatible.
That's not good.
What's going on? Is it malfunctioning?
Oh no.
Incompatible.
Oh god, look.
Incompatible.
Risk level high.
No.
Clara, get away now.
Big sister, watch out! It's out of control!
Oh no, what happened here? Is it just the incompatibility?
Incompatible.
Oh, this is difficult.
I shall be the judge.
Genuinely, like, horrible, right? Like, it makes you feel like, why would I'm enhancing, but I don't even need to. Like, look at this. Like, it's not like this is like a big threat to this place. Terminate.
Phew. That was close. Fortunately, Mr. Svarog and Big Sister acted fast.
Yeah, but honestly though, like, you were just helping. You were just trying to help Clara. You really were.
Why did the little fella... Was there a compatibility issue?
Troubleshooting. Assessment. The system on the chip and the new hardware are incompatible, causing the robot to behave erratically.
Man.
The current issue has been resolved. Risk level low. Alert.
And I love the first thing he said, but like, again, you can tell he like logically, like he speaks logically, but there's so much care behind his words for Clara, you know what I mean?
It appears to have adjusted to its new shell after the
Okay, that's
battle.
good. That's really
great.
good, yeah.
But I'd like to keep a closer eye on it for a while. Compatibility tests should take a few days. Hopefully, it'll be all back to normal by then. I'm also curious about where this little fella came from. Could you please come back later? Big Sister?
110% I could.
I need to look into something. I may require your assistance.
See you tomorrow, Clara.
Thank you, Big
Oh my
Sister.
god.
I'll text you when this little fella is fixed. Mr. Svarog, I'd like to give this little fella a name.
No way.
Any ideas for a good
What's
name?
Savara gonna say?
Accessing name database. Search results. Abigail. Ada. Addison.
I should come back to Claire
Oh my
later.
god, this is what I'm talking about, why I love their freaking relationship, right? Why I adore it so much. Because again, you like, yes, you could see it as just like, you know, like on the base level, it's like, okay, Clara and Svarog, like, he wants to like protect her, right? But there's also like this like very sweet, like, I don't know, like she's incredibly adorable and wants to help everybody that she can, right? Which means that she's also very open to like, you know, the conversation around robots, right? She doesn't see the robots the way that a lot of humans might see them, and because of that, she sees Svarog as like this big sweetheart, which he is to her 100%, and like, you know, that's just a fact. And in his eyes as well, he's almost like an awkward dad whenever he talks to Clara. You know, hey, can you think of any names? And like, he logically rattles off like some very cute names, you know, like Ada, Addison, you know, all these like really beautiful names. But also like all of his words, even though very logical, all of them like are very caring towards Clara, right? And I feel like that's something that's so important for her character. I wonder if we warp to Rivertown and warp back, will we get a text? Or do we if we literally have to wait a day, that's fine as well. But like usually it's when we like go inside a building, and maybe we can go to actually Natasha's clinic, and that might actually help out a bit. Wait. Oh, we could go to Serval's workshop, and then maybe that will transfer. Guess a text.
If there's nothing pressing, let's take a walk.
Yeah, I love the relationship between Clara and Svarog, and I'm also very glad that the machine didn't like just like die right in front of us. Mostly because like I was genuinely like worried. Maybe we actually have to like wait a day. Maybe we literally have to wait in-game days before the next quest. That would be a first, right? I don't want to check that just in case. That would be a first. Unless we have a message from Clara already. We do have messages. But, it could be anything. It could be reload the game. You know what I mean? I wonder. Because, like, beforehand, we just had to, like, enter in and leave a place and enter and exit, enter and exit. But this might be literally, like, them saying, like, hey, wait, and there's no, like, actual... Is there a way to, like, pass time till tomorrow? Because usually you have a clock, right? Because if not, like, I know there's another mission I could do right now, and I can go off and do the Clara mission maybe, like, next time, possibly. I know there's a mission we can do right now. We can do the rest of the Clara mission, at some point, you know what I mean? So it won't be too big of a deal, you know? If it is a day that we have to wait. Do you think it is a day? Me just asking questions to you guys you can't answer. I'll check. I'll ask maybe like in the Patreon chats or something. So the filming to this will probably be a bit weird. But we're going to go do, while I'm waiting to see what we do with Clara's second quest, we're going to go do another quest over here. Where is it? In Boulder Town? Which is the one here. Yeah, we'll do that now. And then, so you'll probably see this after the other Clara quest. But I'll be doing it before. We've obviously, like, I don't know how many more companion quests we have to do. Obviously, I'm not going to do every single companion quest right away. We can always come back to other quests. It's not that big of a deal. But let's check out this quest with...
Aren't you going to
Serval.
watch the fight, Zila?
Not Serval, Sela.
His championship title.
Like there's a fighting competition going on? Like in the pit that Don Heng was in before?
It's not like anyone else has a chance with him around.
Who's him?
You're right about that. I get it if you don't want to join in the fun. It's all the same after a while. Ah, what a rare moment of rest. Maybe I should find a spot to stretch my legs a bit too.
Zila and Oleg. I wonder what they're talking about. I'll go ask them.
So it sounds like it is like there's a fighting competition going on, and someone's so good that they're never going to be beaten.
Been a while since I've seen you around. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, how have your travels been? Thanks to you, things are pretty peaceful around here. The chief and I are getting restless.
Oh, really?
Silly girl. Just a few days of hard-earned rest, and you're already making it sound like jail time. Oh, you heard us.
I keep messing up those clicks. We said, what were you two chatting about?
We were talking about my student Luka.
Luka?
Oh, you probably haven't met him yet. In short, he's a top-tier fighter in
Luka's
the
a pretty
underworld.
name.
He was also doing work for Wildfire before, just not in this town. Oh, right. She hasn't seen Luka defend his championship title before, right? Zila, why don't you take our hero and swing by the Fight Club to show her the match?
Please. Please. We haven't been there in a while, right? Oh, she doesn't. You don't want to go?
What? You don't want to?
No, it's just... I'm worried Luka might do something stupid again.
Oh, he does stupid things? Again?
Oh, I remember now. Luka was defending his title once, and Zila was watching in the audience. The opponent for that fight was too weak. They went down with just a few punches. I don't know what got into Luka after that, but he said out loud that he wanted Zila to come up and fight him right there and then.
Are you serious?
Why don't we stop there, Chief? I'd rather not relive the moment.
Okay, I'll stop. Anyway, that's what Luka's like. He forgets about himself once he's in the mood.
So this guy sounds pretty forward. And honestly, like, we love a character who does some stupid stuff. We do.
But I trust Luka not to make the same mistake again. So, back to the original suggestion. Are you good to take her to the fight club, Zila?
What do you think, Sela? I won't force her to do it, you know?
Fine. I'll take you there.
But hanging out with Sela's awesome. We love Sela, you know?
That's more like it. The more friends, the merrier. I hope you can get along with my favorite student.
Why does Luka always come sneaking back into town like this? I haven't seen him for a while. I hope he's grown up a bit since then.
So this is going to be an entirely new character we get introduced to here as well, which is really interesting. I know we get introduced to, like, new characters, like, all the time, right? But, like, this is someone that Sela knows as well. It sounds like they're, like, building them up as a character who was, like, probably, like, pretty, like, as you said, like, pretty forward. Again, when someone says do stupid things, it probably means they're, like, more bold than they are, you know, thinking about, like, what they're doing before they do. You know, they act probably before they think in a lot of ways.
That's it. I give up.
It's not just an NPC character at all. Whoa. Whoa, what's the look at his outfit?
I mean, friends of Belobog, the champion of the 1,761st Fighting King Challenge, 30 tournaments, 28
Is that a robot arm?
The Boulder King of Fists, Luka!
The Boulder King of Fists. My lord. My lord. Hi, Luka. Jesus. Wow.
Looks like it's over already.
He can be as stupid as he wants. He can be as stupid as he wants. He can do his... I know we shouldn't call him stupid. He can do as many stupid things as he wants. Your hair is so pretty. You are very pretty, just saying. I like fighting too. I like fighting too. I do fights all the time. You know, I fight in the pit. I had this guy who's fighting in the pit as well. You might know him. See how he looks like he has like a robotic arm as well.
Hey, Zila! And, you are?
Look at the pants as well, the design as well. Stell, pleasure to meet you. That is a freaking great character design. Look at this. And it is like, it's so over the top and like with the flames and stuff like that. And like the flames going through the pants, like the lava going through the pants. But like, honestly, if like the way Sila's described him, like as being someone who is like quite forward, this might be just a great way of like portraying that in a design already. Beautiful hair. Really pretty face. We got a great character design here, guys. Honkai Star Rail not breaking that streak.
Oh, I forgot to introduce her. This is the Trailblazer.
The Trailblazer.
You must have heard of her before.
Were you here just to see my fight? Well, I'm flattered.
Yeah, I came here just to see you.
I just want a little fight in a cage. What you did was much bigger than that.
And he's modest.
Luka!
I like chanting his name.
Ugh, the crowd never gets tired.
Sela, not a big fan of this.
Do you want it outside? It's a bit loud for talking in here.
Sure.
See you next
Man,
time,
the
everyone.
flames. It is like very over the top, but like I kind of like it. You know what I mean? Again, it's like go big or go home with your design, right? Don't go half don't go half-arsed on the freaking flames. Make his team fire.
There are sparks yet to fly.
Is that your catchphrase?
Ugh, finally. I think we lost them.
Man, the pants are so cool as well.
You're popular as ever, champion.
So he's the champion.
Are you still angry at me over that one time, Zila? I just got a bit carried away.
You just got a bit carried away, so you two had a fight?
Of course not. 2 senior members of Wildfire duking it out in the Fight Club? That would be bad form.
So senior members as well. So they're both like higher ranking. So he's probably the same, closer to like the same like kind of like respect. No, maybe not respect, but it's the same like position that Sela is.
The mood was on fire that day, but the final match was over in just a few swings. Everyone wanted more. So in the heat of the moment, I just... Oh, come on. Don't hold that against me, Zila.
He sounds very sorry.
I've always been impressed by you. I've wanted to spar with you for ages.
That's a high compliment, right?
I don't fight for fun. Stop getting your hopes up.
Look at the difference here as well. He fights for fun. She doesn't. She fights for like a, I guess like a reason, I guess, you know?
Anyway, now that you've dragged us out here, what did you want to talk about?
Oh, yes. So I'm trying to get a plan going.
A plan for what? Anything to do with me?
Not really. It's my personal training plan.
Does he have like a, he has like a ripped half vest, right? Over a lava-themed, molten rock-themed, like, almost like sports vest, you know?
I want you to join me in witnessing the next steps in the development of Luka, the Boulder Town fighting champion.
The way he says Luka, he's okay. He does believe his hype a little bit, and that's, you know, we'd rather someone be confident than down on themselves.
Whoa, hold your horses. Chief Oleg wanted us to come and cheer for you. He didn't say anything about becoming your sparring partners. We haven't got the time.
You can't hide anything on that face of yours. Oleg already told me that things in the underworld are pretty peaceful now. And even Wildfire's running out of things to do.
Oh my god.
Besides, look at this gal. You want in, right?
Did you say look at this gal? I do have plenty of time. Protagonist at your service.
That might be the weirdest thing you've ever said.
You're right. I just got caught up in the confident energy. I did.
So that's a yes, right? I knew it.
He's quite funny. Sela, I swear, I'm not usually like that. I just got caught up in like this. There's a confident like space around here right now. You know what I mean? It feels like we're all like taking the same drug.
Ugh, there's no stopping you once you've made up your mind. Fine. Since she agreed, count me in too.
I love this design. It's so freaking sick. It's so like and again, like this just comes from like my experience. Like I play a lot of JRPGs, right? This to me is like the character that like shows up halfway through the game, right? And you think is like the enemy, and a few times you meet them along the way, right? And then eventually they like join up with you, and like, but they're still quite cold. And then towards like the end of the game, you're like, you know, really close. You know what I mean? That's what they feel like with it. Just by the design, right? I know people might be like, Cal, you love JRPGs, but you're talking about a trope. Yeah, like tropes aren't bad, and they aren't bad if they're pulled off in like really good, like with really good writing. You know, you could do like the you know, the star-crossed family, you know, the star-crossed lovers that have separate families that are warring, right? The Romeo and Juliet thing. But if your writing is like super detailed, you can make it super interesting, right?
Great, that's settled then. The training is on Svarog's turf. I heard about your achievements. You probably know that place like the back of your hand, right? Just let me know when you're ready and we can head over together.
Ready whenever. Man, look at this design. 1 second, Luka. It's so like involved, but as I say with this, like with these Honkai designs, they're always like very like busy without being noisy, right? You know what I mean? Turn this way. Luka, turn this way. Luka. I have to there we go. Thank you, Luka. No, Luka. Okay, I'll do this then. Luka. Yeah, it's a pretty character. No, I love the design. I really do. And again, it fits his personality if he's like super confident in himself to have like this like super confident style. A super like over the top like, you know, nature to his outfit, the symbols on it, the flames. You know, keeping the rips on his shirt because it shows that he's like battle worn. I think it's cool. I think it is cool. And then the red blazing hair also. It's pretty cool. So sit tight. Oh, wait, it's not the quest we're doing now?
How about it? Are you ready to head out for the special training?
Sure. I want to see what Sela thinks though.
Take your time. Come back when you're ready.
Yeah, and the reason I want to see what Sela feels about, because even though like I think he's super fun and super cool so far, I don't want to neglect Sela's feelings
I have
at
a
all.
bad feeling about this. Luka always does things on the spur of the moment.
We'll refer to you if ever. Yeah, he does seem very passionate. Yeah.
Too passionate. Either way, it's classic Luka. I'm used to it by now. Still, when it comes to fighting on the front lines, you can put your life in his hands.
Okay.
There's a dozen of us in Wildfire who are still in his debt, not to mention ordinary underworlders. Ugh, that's a story for another day. I have no idea what he's up to this time. Ugh, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, like that's cool to know as well. Like he's like someone that like, you know, people can rely on as well, which I think that like balances out a character who is really passionate and will like go head first into a lot of things, is to have them also be like super reliable and someone that like, you know, it's like having the mean character in any show or TV show or book or whatever. And it's like, oh, they're super mean. Why do people keep them around? It's like, because they've literally saved my life like a bunch of times. They've literally done so much for us as well, you know? I think it's always like super interesting to have a character like that around as well. But I do love that there is like an almost like an instant like combative like dynamic that isn't like, that doesn't feel very like toxic between Sela and Luka. It just feels very like fun so far. Now that might change, you never know. I don't know characters like right off the bat. But I do love that, yeah, his passion is like seen through his outfit, right? And I think that's such a cool idea, you know? But I also love the contrast as well between Luka and Sela. Sela's like, I fight because I have to fight sometimes. You fight because you find it fun. Super, super interesting to me. Super interesting.
How about it? Are you ready to head out for the special training?
Heck yeah.
That was fast. Let's do it. Keep up, Sela. Don't fall behind.
I don't need you to remind me.
Okay.
Let's go.
That's like, to me, that's very like, I don't know. That's like, I don't think he's doing it intentionally, but like that is like, you know, when you like to, someone tries to annoy you, like a sibling or something, you know what I mean? They go like, hey, slowpoke, you know, do we need to like walk a bit slower for you, you know?
This is Svarog's turf. Where to now?
I think this is one of the best designs in the game so far. I think it's so cool. I think it's so, so cool.
Don't worry, just follow me. We need to find a mechanic called Cassidy first. I've hit him up before. This way.
Sure. Luka's joined as a trial. Oh my god, we get to play as Luka? So they replaced Hanya. Oh, we actually get to play as him as well. Let's see what it like is. Actually, we could probably like check it out, right? We can't change anything else. So let's just check out his abilities really quickly. He has Nihility. He's level 36. His abilities in the most basic way of looking at it. Let's look at his ultimate first. Well, his basic attack, which looking for, deals minor physical damage. Okay, so it's physical damage. Consume 2 stacks of fighting will to deal physical damage to a single enemy. So that's the Sky Shatter Fist. The coup de grace is receive 2 stacks of fighting will with high chance of increasing one enemy damage received and deal massive physical damage. So this is damage dealer. Then we have, after using a basic attack, direct punch, or skill, or lacerating fist, receive 1 stack of fighting will. So it's all about stacking fighting will. Okay. When 2 or more stacks of fighting will are present, basic attack becomes enhanced. If the enemy is bleeding, the enhanced basic attack. Oh my god, I want this character. This just seems like another really cool damage dealer, right? So we have to, if you pair him with someone who does bleed, attacks the enemy after entering battle, deals minor physical damage to a random single target with a high chance of inflicting bleed. Oh, so he does it. Great. And then the skill is deals physical damage to a single enemy with a high chance of causing bleed. Kinetic overload. When using skill, immediately dispels 1 buffs from an enemy. Very cool as well. So what we might do is for this party as well, we might put Hanya back on. Right? So we still have our buffs as well, but now we have, oh my god, look at the fist. Yeah, no way. With the 2 different sizes as well. I'm in love. Very cool character design. Very cool. Even the pants, man, are so cool. The title of video, I love Luka.
Luka, you're finally here. I've been waiting for you for ages.
Relax, bro. I'm a man of my word. No need to stress out.
And these two are... Oh, Miss Sela! To think that 2 senior wildfire members are concerned with my trivial problems.
That's what they are, 2 senior wildfire members.
They just came along to help. Don't mind them. Just tell us exactly what happened.
Came along to help, huh?
Okay. This may sound strange, but I'm an amateur mechanic. I like collecting scrap in my free time, doing odd jobs, like putting robots together, that sort of thing. But a few days ago, 2 of my robots suddenly disappeared.
Right.
They were my pride and joy. I usually leave them in the tent when I head out. Everyone in the settlement knows each other. This has never happened before. Someone must have set their sights on my robots and stolen them while I was gone. I just don't know how they managed it. Did they change the programming? Oh, but that's not possible.
Maybe they just went out for a walk together?
Hey, stop kidding around. Can't you tell I have a serious problem on my hands?
I see 2 robots. Do you have any clues? Any reasonable guesses? We need to have an opening to start the investigation.
Right.
Not really. But here's the most mysterious part of all this. One of the machines they stole was a drone. I call it Little Faye. Little Faye has an alarm that buzzes non-stop as soon as any unauthorized people get close. It's guaranteed to wake up the entire settlement. But I didn't hear Little Faye's alarm at all. I still can't figure out how that happened.
So that's actually very strange, because that's why you probably always think that there's like a program change, right? Because if like you're supposed to, if you're supposed to hear that alarm and you didn't hear it, that means someone must have known about the alarm, maybe? Maybe stop worrying. Maybe there's a true robotic master in the settlement.
Trust me, I know the people here. It's extremely unlikely.
Yeah, but that's really strange, right? That like someone would be able to like know about this alarm.
A drone that was supposed to sound an alarm suddenly went silent. Worth remembering. Anything else?
Let me think. Oh, there is one other thing, but I don't know if it's useful. Little Faye also has a tracker. If it gets too far from Big Ben... Big Ben is the name of the other robot.
That's adorable.
If there's too much distance between them, Little Faye will automatically start routing and fly to Big Ben's location.
Oh, okay.
That's all, I suppose. I tried to find clues myself, but I don't know where to start. This job needs real professionals.
And we're here.
Mm-hmm. Cool. We've got this. Don't worry, bro. We promise we'll find your robots.
Hey, how can you be so sure?
Trust me, Zila.
Trust me, Zila.
Don't worry, Cassidy. Wildfire's on the case. You just rest up here and don't let this ruin your day.
That's a very sweet thing to say. Obviously, like, Sila's perspective is like, don't reassure him of this until we know we can do this. But like, from Lukas' position, his personality is like, reassure them, make them feel good, and then just like figure it out later, I'm guessing.
What was that all about?
Unless he does have an idea.
100% certain we're gonna find those robots for him?
Slow down, Zila. Listen to my analysis first. It's a big job to steal 2 robots without anyone noticing, especially when one of them has an alarm. I'm guessing that our thief friend never even took Little Faye.
You mean...
I think the thief knew that Little Faye had an alarm, so they decided to break it.
Like, break Little Faye?
But they also knew that Cassidy could fix Little Faye and use its tracker function to find Big Ben. The thief must have tossed the broken drone somewhere and only made off with Big Ben.
That's so horrible.
Hey, why are you both looking at me like that? Say something.
I think it's a great analysis. Well, hold up. That sounds sus. You didn't do it, did you? Wait, what? Honestly, what do you think, Sela?
I think Luka's analysis makes sense.
I think it's a great analysis, yeah.
There was only one thief.
Yeah.
So, you do have a brain somewhere in all that mess.
Our boy's smart and buff.
I'm not just biceps and steel, you know. Well, if you all agree with what I said, let's go prove it. Missing drones are a bit of a regular occurrence down here. Come on, move those legs.
Luka, do you often find stuff for other people?
Seems like it. Kids always come to me when they lose stuff.
No wonder.
Man, this area is so run down. I wouldn't want to live here.
The people living here don't want to either. They've got no other choice.
We can change that, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was listening to the dialogue because sometimes, you know, I have an issue with skipping dialogue by accident sometimes, and like sometimes the dialogue will go too fast. But like I didn't know he has an idle animation for punching the air as well. I need this character on my team. Is this gonna be no.
Oh, look, there's a drone over there. But how can we tell if it's the one Cassidy lost?
But I also do love, by the way, before we go any further, I love the fact that, like, you know, he's always, like, slightly in some way annoying. I don't love that he's annoying Sela, but I want to make that clear. But you know what I mean? It does have that dynamic of, like, you know, that does, again, it's not, like, something that's, like, to be taken super seriously right now, right? But, like, it does feel like it's, like, the thing where it's, like, you know, that one person in your life who, like, you know is, like, very, like, good at their job. You know they're very good at what they do. You know that they care about people. You know that they might be smart as well. But there's just always something that annoys you. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what Sela's like with Luka right now.
Here, look.
And Luka's not helping it at all.
Scratched off the paintwork. Didn't even do a good job of it.
Oh, you're right. You've got a good eye, Zila. Whoever did it must have been in a hurry. We need to fix this little guy up. Can you lend a hand?
Sure. I quite like him so far. I quite like him. I'll tell you what, I quite like him, I do. What do you think about that Luka boy? I quite like him, I do. I do like him. Sela's so excited about this as well.
Bing. Little Faye.
Little Faye.
Complete.
Adorable.
We really found it. Pretty lucky if you ask me.
Scanning for signal from Big Ben.
Oh, she's already doing it. Well done, Little Faye.
Oh, listen. That must be the tracking system Cassidy mentioned.
Signal not found. Big Ben is currently too far away from this unit. Tracking function must be enabled.
It really does have a tracking function. Let's see how useful it is.
So do we just like follow it? Or activate it? Okay.
Hey, it's flying away. Follow
I love how excited Sela's getting about this too. And I also, by the way, love the conversation before we go any further. Oh, sorry.
That fellow over there is acting pretty shifty.
It's one of the vagrants, isn't it?
Gotta be the thief we're looking for. Let's go and have a chat with him.
Before we do, I also want to say I love that, like, the conversation they had earlier about, like, hey, the vagrants don't want to live here, even though he's, you know, because the thing is, like, it can be seen as like an insensitive comment to be like, and he didn't mean it this way. I can tell he didn't mean it this way. He's like, man, I wouldn't want to live here, you know. And Sela's like, they don't have a choice. Like, they have to live here, right? They have to. They don't have a choice. And he's like, oh, well, we can change that, right? Which again came off as so genuine as well. And Sela could even tell, it's like, yeah, we can change this. Like, I love that they had that conversation because it's a very normal thing that happens sometimes in life where there is, like, some sort of, like, unintended insensitivity, right? And, you know, the best of people will always just be like, oh, yeah, you know, yeah, we can change it, right? We can do something about it, you know? And in Sela's case, you know, she does care so much about this. And I feel like in Luka's case, they're showing off the different personality types where, like, he clearly does care as well, but he definitely is more of, like, a... like, I don't know if, like, headstrong, if that's the word you say for it, but, like, very, like, I don't know, like, excitable. He maybe doesn't, like, think all the time before he speaks, maybe, you know? But I do think it's a very realistic conversation that happens, you know?
Hey, friend. What? Who's there?
Oh, his name is Nervous Thief. I wonder if he's a thief.
A red ribbon? Wildfire? Huh. How did you... I'm doing just fine. No monsters around here. Why don't you, go bother someone else?
Well, it's already worried that you're calling it a bother, right?
Shying away from honest work, indulging in petty crime. Of course you're doing just fine.
I'm not sure this falls under petty crime, Zila. That whole robot he's got next to him. It's Big Ben, all right.
Wait, what? Big Ben is just right there?
Hold on a second. Who told you the name of this robot?
But
don't tell me it's...
He's so close.
That's right. Cassidy sent us here. Hand over what you stole, or be prepared to face the fist of a champion.
Oh my god, the fist of the champion.
Fists of a champion, huh? I've come this far. I won't be able to show my face around here if news gets out. Do your worst.
I love his confidence. I love Luka's confidence.
Big Ben?
Big Ben? No, Big Ben's not fighting for you.
Going all the way, huh? Enough talk then. Luka, let's get him.
Oh my god, Luka, let's get him.
The exact same thing. Here, let me punch some sense into
I
you.
love them working together. I love it. I love it.
This is serious.
Maybe I got the relationship like a little bit wrong because because again I do think that she was like slightly like oh god, you know, but maybe like it's yeah, well I never thought that they didn't like each other, you know what I mean? But it's really cool to see them you know, kind of working together in this way.
To guard
and like she said, she did say that she like we said that before. She said I can trust him. You know what I mean? I can trust him, and he's very reliable on the battlefield as well, which is really really sick as well. I kind of, oh my god, I kind of want to make sure we're doing if we can do like a...
I can't turn back now.
I kind of wanted to see his special ability as well.
Time to end this.
But hey, we can do a one singular attack, right? Yeah, I kind of want to see, I hope we get to do another battle.
Spare me, please. All of you. I shouldn't have
Look at this
stolen
team.
anything. I admit. Give me a second chance.
You're admitting defeat.
The laugh.
What happened to all that bravado you had a few moments ago?
So yeah, this is what Sela was talking as well. Luka enjoys fighting, right? He enjoys it.
The Multamerville Warrior.
Multamerville Warrior?
The Peerless Boulder Champion.
Peerless Boulder Champion?
Upholding justice and peace once again.
I love his confidence. I love it. Yeah, this is the vibe I'm getting. It's like Sela is just constantly like, oh god, you know.
Big Ben looks to be in one piece. The first step of the champion's training is complete. Huh? Why are you two so straight-faced? Can't you look a little happy?
You're doing enough for both of us. The Multamerville Warrior.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. What was all that supposed to be?
I love it.
No, that thing is a slogan. Don't take it too seriously. Let's get Big Ben back to Cassidy.
I love he says that like everyone's supposed to have a slogan, you know? It's just a slogan, come on, you know?
Fine. Let's finish
I'm
up
smiling
here,
from ear to ear.
but I'm gonna put it out there. We're not gonna forget those lines of yours anytime soon.
So good. So good. Big Ben, come on with me now.
Beep boop.
Beep boop.
Big Ben misses home.
Oh my god.
Big Ben wants to talk with Little Faye.
Stop.
Big Ben wants to play with Cassidy.
That's adorable. Come on, let's go home.
Go home. Go home.
That is adorable. That is adorable. You better behave next time, okay? You better behave. You better behave. Look at my big fist. What do you call this? It's called a big fist. Sorry. We're showing everyone the big fist. And like this robot just wanted to go back and play with little Faye. They're like best buds.
Big Ben! Oh, you're back!
Beep boop. Cassidy. Little Faye. Cassidy.
I don't know how I can ever thank you, Luka, Sela, and Miss Outsider. My life can finally get back on track now.
See? I kept my word, right? Wildfire's senior members always deliver what we promise.
Fantastic.
I've never doubted you, Luka. I'll remember this forever. Right? Time to take Little Faye and Big Ben for a systems check. Until next time.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll catch up later. That felt great. Such a wholesome feeling to help other people. Don't you think?
I agree. I agree. You could have handled it yourself. But yeah, it does feel good to help others, right? It does.
You said this was the first step, right? So just how many steps does your training have exactly?
3. Just 3 steps. Trust me, it won't take too much of your time.
I'm all in. I thirst for battle.
I like your spirit. Shame I didn't run into you sooner. Let's go. Next, we're gonna clear up all the Fragmentum cronies still left.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
Huh? Fragmentum? But the settlement...
wasn't affected by Fragmentum, right? You're not wrong. The fissure here only recently opened up. Master Oleg got the intel from our network just yesterday. I asked him to leave this case to me. Perfect for the second step of our training, right?
Sure.
Ugh, like master, like student. I admire your attitude. In any case, if this concerns the Fragmentum, then there's no time to lose. Where are the monsters? Lead the way.
Way ahead of you. Follow me.
He's so enthusiastic about it as well, and like, you know, again, like there is that energy of like, you know, Sela is like, you know, again, there's different personalities, right? They're different personalities. They both like helping people. They both are very helpful. They're both senior members of
Luka, come clean.
Wildfire.
Are you here for some other reason?
So she's questioning as well.
It's just training, for real. It's not like you to be so suspicious, Sela.
But since he is suspicious, it is very interesting, right? But you know what I mean? Like, it's like the different personalities. Sela, like, while I think, yeah, she does like kind of like, she is probably rolling her eyes at Luka every few moments. Obviously she knows how capable and how strong he is, but also at the same time, I love that she's still like, look, there's something up here. Like, why are we doing this? But she knows like, hey, like this is, just like Lukas saying, this is like, you know, something that can be good. It can only be good to get rid of Fragmentum monsters. It can only be good.
How did you settle your beef with Svarog? Tell me the juicy details.
What's the goss?
Ugh, it's a long story. I'll tell you later.
Loves a bit of goss.
There's so many of them. Are you sure the fissure only recently opened up?
Our intel should have been accurate. Seems like Boss Svarog must have let his guard down. These guys are messing up his turf.
Enough talk. Let's clean up this area.
Let's go. Oh, we have your weakness right away, right? Ah, we probably should have used our ability for the blood thing, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Give it up. By the will of the Ten Lord,
look how cool Luka looks with that fist as well.
Ordained.
Attack you.
Small fry.
So we're not fire. Okay, I thought for a second I was like, oh yeah, we're like physical damage, aren't we?
Step out of it.
And we cause some bleed as well.
This battle is unavoidable.
Nice stuff.
Is that all you got?
And then we get the damage boost as well. Oh my god! I really want to see the burst though, right? The ultimate.
Recount.
Desperately so.
Don't get cocky.
Please give me the burst.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
The punches decide.
That's okay. Let's go. First of all, let's turn it off. That.
Troublesome.
Where's the applause?
Oh my god, with the ring in the background too.
An opponent worth their salt.
What's he doing?
Let's see some sparks fly.
Oh my freaking god. His fist makes an impact, an actual explosion when he hits them. It's a little bit more simplistic, I think, than some of them, but like I feel like it's just a clean bit of damage, right? It's a clean bit of like, I destroyed you with my fist and made an explosion. Obviously, it's not simple to have like an explosion whenever you hit someone with your fist. I want to make that clear. But like, you know what I mean? It's like it wasn't like this big like theatrical thing. It was literally just like, I'm gonna like move back, clench my fist, and I'm going to literally make such an impact with my fist, and an explosion's gonna come out. Like, it still looked very cool, right? But sometimes it's nice to have like a more like straightforward, just like, I hit you with my fist and an explosion happened. Let's go. Oh my god, it's so fun. It's so fun.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
He is so fun to use. Gonna email Honkai to put Luka back in the banner. Get back at the banner, Luka. What are you weak to? What's your weakness?
Strike first.
I love even just punching people in this.
Give it up.
Primitive strike. Like, that's just so fun.
You
That's
chose
so
the wrong
fun.
enemy.
Oh, this is a big boy enemy.
No wonder these minions are so active. There's a big fella hiding behind them.
And he used the word fella.
So this guy is the source of it all, right? If we take him out, the Fragmentum activity in this area should subside for a
Fantastic.
while. And Trial 2 will be complete.
That's right. What's up? Starting to get into it, Zila?
It's been too long since I had a good workout. This will be a nice warm-up.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
All right. We'll charge in once you're ready.
Because Sela fights for a reason, right? She sees a reason to this. Sticks with her personality quite a bit. Let's go. Let's buff
The ten lords
our boy.
decree, hereby ordained.
Let's do another buff.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend, crush them.
Let's do a... Why not?
Eternal sleep is not the dead return.
Then let's do a burden.
I shall be the judge.
Let's do this.
Small fry, don't get cocky.
Try to apply some bleed.
I'll see you off.
Let's try and restore
Receive divinity.
Your
Bronya.
assistance is timely. Lend me your strength.
So freaking cool, the buffs you can do as well. Let's go with this freaking special ability. Freaking uppercut. While we still have like a bit of a buff here as well. I want to see this ability again. I love the freaking image with the freaking the freaking ring in the background.
An opponent worth their salt.
You see what I mean, right? Like the colors are really pretty, but what it is, it's just like I'm going to punch you and create an explosion. You know, there's nothing fancy. It's just that's what I do.
Abyss
so
flower,
cool.
Blue.
So
I
cool.
will remember your kindness. Recount.
Whew, that was a tough one. Good teamwork, guys.
Yeah.
Luka, is that everything?
The Moltamerville. The peerless boulder champion. Defeater of evil throughout the world.
Yeah. Heck yeah. I guess I'm the only one enjoying it.
Are you okay?
This is the best. Is this some kind of performance error?
Why are you so hyped? What's going on?
It's just a normal victory celebration. Don't need to be so alarmed.
You call that normal? I might have let it slide if it was in the cage. On second thought, no. That was cringe even by my standards.
Don't get so worked up, Zila. I'm thinking clearly.
Their
Plus,
dynamic's so
didn't we
fun.
just get
It's
rid
so
of
fun.
Another major threat to the underworld.
Just don't get so worked up, you know? They seem so comfortable around each other, even if like Sela gets quite annoyed by him sometimes, you know what I mean?
True, but quit changing the subject. This new routine of yours is just...
She's like, her skin is crawling.
Don't worry. I promise you, it'll only last till the end of my training. Actually, have I been making too many promises today? That's not a good habit. Anyway, there's only one more step in my training plan. Come on, guys, help me wrap it up.
I guess we're in too deep. Better let it run its course.
I love it, such a good time.
So tell us, what else is on the schedule?
Like, I love the dynamic. I think he's actually hilarious.
The final step in this training
What?
is to challenge
No.
Boss Svarog.
No, Luka. No, he's coming in.
Are you sure you're thinking clearly?
But genuinely, like, this is probably not a great idea.
Whoa, stay cool, Zila. Like I said, I'm thinking clearly. Every word I said is serious.
That's why he asked her about how she, like, defeated Svarog. Because he wanted, like, some hints, maybe.
I set this as the final goal of my training a few days ago. Think about it. Is there any underworld opponent worth challenging more than Boss Svarog?
He's so nice, though. Svarog's like a sweetheart.
Oh no, I can't agree to this. You're asking for trouble. Forget about winning or losing. The relationship between Wildfire and Svarog.
Yes, that is true. That is very true.
I'm not gonna rile him up. Don't make this more complicated than it is. I'm just inviting him to have a fair fight with me, like how you'd have in the cage.
Oh my god, I don't know if you'll see it that way.
Are you mad? Svarog is a robot. He doesn't understand the rules of the cage. He's different from us. His fists are made of steel.
Yeah.
That means we're evenly matched, right?
You know what I mean.
I can't.
Don't
I can't with him.
me. You don't make any sense.
Her blood is boiling. Her skin is crawling.
I understand what you're saying, Zila. But you know, I'm a fighter. It's my duty to keep training and get stronger.
Which is admirable, right? It is admirable.
It's a terrible feeling to have a powerful opponent in your head, but never be able to get close to him. It's all thanks to your patching things up with Svarog that I'm able to have this opportunity now. I'm not gonna miss it for the world.
So I wonder if he heard about the victory at Svarog and was like, oh, maybe I can do a friendly fight with him now. It's so interesting to me that he said this, because then it's like he does have just this passion for getting better and for fighting, you know, and again, in contrast to Cecila's, you know, fighting for, you know, because she has to. But it's so interesting to me that his like passion is like so strong in this sense, because even it's probably nagging him, this idea of like, I know I could beat this person. Like if I beat this person, I'm gonna be considered super powerful as well. Svarog might go easy because we're here. Like it's interesting. He definitely has a passion for fighting if he's constantly thinking about Svarog in that sense.
All right, fine. We'll go find Svarog and have a nice chat with him. Let me say this first. If he doesn't want to deal with you as a challenger, then we're getting out of there ASAP.
Don't worry, I'll convince him. But you're right. If he's not in the mood for it, then I won't force him. I haven't really worked with Boss Svarog before, so please, lead the way. Let's go.
It's just so interesting to me as well. I think he's such a fun character, but like, again, what really shines here as like the star of this whole thing for me
Luka,
is the dynamic between Sela and Luka.
What's up?
It's so...
Never mind. I get the feeling I'm wasting my breath.
So she's trying to talk him out of it a bit way as well. Yeah, and here's the thing, right? I don't want to ever downplay as well, because again, like, as I said, if Sela, like, whatever Sela decides in the end, that's what we will go with, right? Always. Whenever there's, like, something to do with, like, a fight or anything like that, because she's, you know, she's our gal, right? But I also think it's, like such an interesting dynamic between the two of them, where it's clearly, like, you know, they have very contrasting personalities, but they still, like, are very, like, comfortable with each other at the same time, you know? And that's what's been so fun for me so far.
Have you talked to Oleg about going to see Svarog?
That's all you want to ask? I don't necessarily tell Master Oleg everything, you know.
It gives me the vibe of like, hey, so I'm going to a party tonight. Did you talk to Mom about going to the party tonight? Don't worry about it. I'll be back before Mom gets it. You know what I mean? Like it gives the energy of that like type of dynamic, I think, you know? Not that Sela is someone who's like gonna, you know, respect the rules all the time, but like I think she respects the rules when it's like she's worried about fighting Svarog, not because it's like some big thing that's against the rules. It's because she's worried about Wildfire's relationship with Svarog going downhill, and she's worried about Luka probably getting his arse beaten badly, you know? Yeah. Let's see what Svarog says.
The Trailblazer, Zila of Wildfire, and...
Hey, in honor to meet you, Boss Svarog, I'm
Oh my
Luka,
God.
a senior member of Wildfire, just like
What an
Zila.
introduction.
Accessing backend database. Querying. Query complete. Luka, born in Maltamerville, winner of the 28th Bouldertown Fight King Challenge, beloved student of Oleg, acting chief.
Oh my god, he knows a lot. Beloved student, and he knows all his victories.
Oh, wow, impressive. Thank you for saving me the self-introduction.
Luka wanted to do that self-introduction for sure.
Luka of Wildfire, what is the purpose of your visit?
Straight to the point, just the way I
Oh
like
my
it.
god.
I'm here to challenge you, Boss Svarog.
Challenge. Intent unclear. Outsider, Zila of Wildfire, Can you provide
This
an
is why
explanation?
Svarog is he's basically like just like a sentient being with like his own feelings, because like this is like such like a human thing to see like the two people that you know and like one person you don't know, and they say something you don't understand, and you're like, you look to them kind of like, what? I think he might have hit his head, just accept. Not really.
Don't look at me. He's the one who came up with this idea. It's up to you to accept it.
Yeah, and
or
it's okay if you don't
not,
accept it.
Yep, it's not that complicated. I just want to go a few rounds with the one everyone agrees is the
Oh
most
my
powerful
God,
thing in
Luka.
the world and see where I stand. What do you say? Are you interested?
Evaluating. Intention. Unclear. Enmity level. 0. Lie detection. Pass.
Lie detection.
Evaluation completed. The opposing party only came to spar.
That's so good. He like you could tell that he doesn't have any ill intent, right?
I agree to fight
So
you.
awesome.
Luka
I actually love that. He saw in Luka that there is like this fighting spirit. There's no like ill intent. There's no ulterior motive.
Huh? Hold on. You
Sila's
idea of the world is getting warped as she knows it.
If weapons and gun barrels are unused for prolonged periods of time, the risk of rust damages increases. Periodic use will reduce such risk and extend the life of these components.
Very interesting, right? Because what do we learn? That the idea of like if you don't use technology for long enough, it gets. Now I play Genshin and Honkai at the same time, right? That line about if technology doesn't get used for long enough, it gets destroyed over time, or like it loses its functions over time. I don't know if that was from either one. It could have been from either one.
What? That's the worst excuse I've ever heard.
See, I told you I could convince
He's
them.
so happy.
You could be our referee, Zila. You know the rules of the club, inside out.
His voice acting is so fun as well. She literally is losing her mind. She's losing her mind.
Fine, I get it. If you insist. Competitors, take up positions.
Oh my god, everyone's gathered around as well. I'm actually like super excited for this. Sila, Luka, make sure you...
I really can't tell whose side you're on.
I think she does worry about Luka as well though, right? From my
ready,
perspective.
Svarog. We can start anytime.
I too have a question. Luka of Wildfire. How did you acquire your mechanical arm?
I'm honored to be one of the things in the underworld that even you don't know about. This arm? Well, it's not that exciting. It's all because I got distracted in a defense campaign. I can't even remember the date of that fight.
Okay.
More importantly, it was only after losing my arm that I found the meaning of life. What it really feels like to be
Whoa.
alive. That's why I'm standing here right now, to feel alive. And also for everyone who put their hope and faith
I wonder
in
if that's why he loves fighting so much as well, is like the idea of like he's using like the, you know, he lost his arm, but he's been given the second chance to use it, and he's using it like in the fights as well, right?
Excellent answer.
Oh my god.
I will treat this challenge seriously. Luka of
Svarog really likes Luka. You can tell. He's like, Luka's pretty cool.
In the blue corner, Svarog from the robot
It was a
settlement.
fantastic answer, wasn't
Are
it?
you ready?
This is so cool. I can tell, like, Svarog like has respect for Luka.
In the red corner, Luka from Multimerville. Are you ready?
Her voice.
Whenever you are.
Okay, this is a no-holds-barred contest. 1 round only. Victory will be declared when one contestant submits, or the fight is stopped by the referee. All right, fight!
Let's see some sparks fly.
I love this. Is such a. This, I didn't know how he was going to take this, but this is actually a very mutual understanding between them, right? Oh, we're literally just our boy here. Are we gonna lose?
I'm just getting started.
Is that what's gonna happen here? Because we don't have any health or way to regain health?
Don't get cocky now.
Yeah, I'm guessing we're probably gonna lose.
An opponent that can take the punches head on.
That's...
A powerful strike, but not enough
Oh, Jesus.
to break my defenses.
And isn't that great?
That's why they call you Boss Svarog. How about this?
Isn't that great that he, like, is legitimately saying, like, you know, like, he's like, oh my god, I finally find a fighter who can, like, withstand my punches. So he's like, he's obviously, like, so used to winning that maybe, like, you know, struggling a bit probably means, like, so much to him. I'm trying to build this up to 4 as well over here, too.
Executing annihilation.
Should we go for our attack just to see
Where's
it?
the applause?
Just let Svarog know what we can
Opponent
do.
worth their salt.
He's so cute. He's
Let's
so
see
cute.
some sparks fly.
Actually, like, the more I do with the ward state it is. We have 4 now. Oh, it's over.
Gotta keep fighting.
I mean, you know, without healing, that would probably be hard.
Down. 10, 9, 8, 7.
Oh my god, he got back up!
I'm a long way from tapping out.
Wait, he brought in side enemies? That's interesting. Shrewd bombing. The damage he's doing, that's so interesting. He got back up.
Small fry.
Executing operation. Analysis complete.
We're just getting trashed here as well, though. Yeah.
The winner has been decided.
Enough, Luka. Let's end it here.
It's Luka.
It's not over. I must
Show you? No one's gonna doubt how tough you are, not one person. You know what I mean? Not one individual here, oh my god, the damage, is gonna ever doubt how strong you are.
You make a strong impression, Luka of Wildfire. I will remember this.
Oh my god.
Thanks.
Seeing Luka tired as well.
Over.
Oh, I guess that for the case of the story, I think they didn't let us use our ultimate there. I guess, which is fine.
I can't.
Man, he freaking like Luka. It's no one's gonna think less of you. You went up against Svarog on your own and nearly defeated him. Like, let's be honest here. You went up against him on your own and nearly defeated him.
Luka of Wildfire.
He's sweating.
It does not matter why you came here. I acknowledge
Oh
your
my
strength.
god.
Your performance was enough to make me reevaluate
Jesus.
humanity.
Luka, this would make any fighter feel fantastic, but I wonder how Luka's gonna feel. You made Svarog change his perception of humanity. Oh, he's straining. Oh no, Luka.
Wake up! On your feet! Luka! Hey, Luka!
Oh, of course, yeah, because you can tell she's so worried about Luka as well. She doesn't want him to get hurt. He's such a tough boy.
Luka, can you hear me?
Took her to the doctors as well.
Hey! Luka, you're up.
Oh my
You're
god,
finally
Luka.
awake. You've been out for the whole day. We were really
That fight
worried.
was so impressive to me, just like in terms of like a spectacle, like the idea of like the idea of just like showing off the fight between two people who like they're very a very friendly fight, right? Svarog wanting to like, you know, practice with his abilities so he doesn't get rusty, and Luka wanting to like prove how strong he was. And like Svarog's a tough fight, like, you know, if you have like 3 or 4 people there, right? In some cases, like we didn't have too much trouble, but you know what I mean? He's a boss character. He's a boss character. For one person to fight him without any healing and to keep getting back up, story-wise, it's absolutely incredible. It shows how tough Luka is, shows how determined he is, shows how stubborn he is as well. But it also like gives an idea of like, you know, he loves the idea of fighting, I think, because he lost his arm, right? Because he has a second chance with his arm. Maybe I'm wrong on the actual idea, but I think it is related to his arm. And in that fight there, even if you did, probably maybe you won't see this way. I don't know how he'll feel about it, but I feel like he has proven that like he is not only so tough, but he's resilient. He's not just tough with his strength, in terms of his physical strength, but of his strength of will as well.
Don't worry, Zila. Like I said, it was just the exhaustion. Svarog was deliberately holding back.
Wow. And I didn't realize they were going to say that as well. But still, I still think it's to get that praise from Svarog is pretty impressive as well, right? I don't know if Luka's going to like that.
And
well, no.
Nat?
We knew he was going to hold back, though.
The clinic?
Like, he's not going to try and kill Luka, right? That makes sense. Yeah, of course he's not going to. Yeah, but still, it's a very powerful enemy. He stood toe-to-toe with and nearly defeated them.
Where else? You think we'd leave you on Svarog's turf?
Thank you all. I feel much better now. Sorry, Nat. I must have wasted your time.
Don't be ridiculous, Luka. Still, whatever your motivation was, I hope you can find a different outlet for it.
Probably just because people are worried about him, right? Seela and Natasha's worried about him. I'm worried about him too at this stage as well.
I'm not gonna let you off the hook that easy. There's more to this story. You need to explain what the heck got into you today.
I think that's fair, right? I think it's fair to ask for an explanation of all the stuff we've been doing today. Svarog hit me hard. That figure slogan of yours. Why do you insist on fighting Svarog?
That's on me too. I should have refused him straight away. I had a bad feeling from the start.
You're always so serious. I've said it before. This is my trip.
Oh man, Luka.
Oh, slow down. You haven't completely recovered. Seela, don't pressure him. Let him rest.
Thanks, Nat. But I'm almost recovered. I have some things to do.
What other things do you have to do?
Hey, where do you think you're...
He's just heading off again?
Let him go, Seela.
I guess so.
I really don't get him.
Bro just is being a bit of a weeb? A weeb? I don't get the whole thing either. Maybe he has his reasons.
Well, whatever they are, they're not good enough. If he never intended to explain anything to us, why did he drag us along? No, this is too weird. I'm gonna follow him and see what he's up to.
I think it's okay to is that really necessary? Keep me updated. But I think that I don't know. I think there's two ways of going about this. Respecting his privacy obviously is very important too. But I also think that Seela wanting to know why she was brought on this whole training thing for real is not bad to ask, I guess, as well.
I can't just let it go. Luka didn't used to be like this.
But maybe it's to do with his arm when he lost his arm.
You're not too busy these days, right? I'll give you a shout if I need help.
Okay, no problem. Anything you need.
If you must, Seela, try not to worry. I don't want to see you two fighting.
Don't worry, Nat.
Now that they've left, I have a favor to ask you.
Sure.
It's easy for Luka to get ahead of himself sometimes, but I've never seen him this headstrong. It does make me wonder.
So you feel like something is up then?
Could you ask Oleg how Luka's been recently? I haven't seen much of him lately. It's hard for me to get the full picture.
Since you asked.
Thank you. Regardless of what's really going on, I hope none of you let small things get in the way of your friendship. See you.
No problem whatsoever. Yeah, no, that's like perfectly reasonable. I have no problem doing that for Natasha, especially. I feel like that's a common theme with Natasha now in this story, like that we're always like, anything for you, you know what I mean? Our character and stuff. I wonder, what's happening though? Like, it's tough because as you guys know, what I just said there was like, I feel like, it's not unreasonable to wonder what's happening and to be worried about Luka, right? And for Seela to be clearly worried about Luka, but also very interested in why they set off in this whole thing together, like why he did this whole training thing, right? And why he's been acting like this lately. And Natasha feels weird about it too. But it's also like this thing of it's clearly something that's maybe not upsetting him, but something that's on his mind and something that's affecting him. And I wonder if it does have something to do with his arm, because he did say that it gave him new life. So I guess we can go talk to Oleg about this. I don't know. I'm super interested to see where this goes. Luka's a very interesting character. Again, this game gives you this dialogue at the start because they don't want you to mess up other things you're doing. Like if you need to talk to him about something else. I want to ask you some things about Luka.
Oh, my student. Did something happen recently? I was wondering why he didn't come to see me after the championship match ended. Come, tell me about it.
You tell Oleg about everything that happened to Luka with Luka and Sila.
That does sound a little strange. Luka usually doesn't push himself so far.
Interesting, because sorry about that. Interesting. I think it's interesting because like I saw him as someone that like clearly like likes to be motivated and to fight and to push himself, but he doesn't push himself this far. That's what we're learning here. Even Natasha and Sila are kind of echoing the same sentiments.
He may be a tough guy on the surface, but he's got his secrets. Did he tell you about the origins of his mechanical arm?
He mentioned something before he fought Svarog, but we don't know the full story, right?
Then he probably didn't describe the scene.
Yes,
in detail.
exactly. Yeah, he talked about losing his arm and giving him new life as well.
That was 6-7 years ago. I was patrolling with some comrades in the neighboring town of Multamerville. We passed an ordinary mechanic's shop. There was a serious-looking fella looking after the shop. He was probably a few years younger than me, but his hair and beard were white as snow. There was a young lad doing odd jobs. He looked pretty exhausted. Anyway, I convinced the shopkeeper to let him come with me.
Oh, interesting.
Luka was a fast learner. At first, I couldn't figure out if he liked what I was teaching him. Fighting, weapons, strategy, etc. He didn't talk a lot, just kept his head down. Then, about a year after I took him in, Luka lost one of his arms while rescuing townsfolk from the Fragmentum.
Right, Jesus Christ. Like, Luka talked about it in such a an uplifting way of like, you know, gaining new life, but like it is a very traumatic situation. You know what I mean? It is. Like there's, you know, there's no way around it.
He almost didn't make it. He was unconscious for 2 or 3 days. I sat next to his bed, anxious and guilty. Guess what he said to me after he woke up?
Oh my God. What did he say? Because then again, the reason why Oleg's probably feeling guilty because he brought him with him, right? So he probably feels like his actions led to that, I suppose. Okay, let me know.
Master, I feel great.
What? So it was almost immediate.
He had bandages all over his body. Most of his wounds.
That's what I'm saying.
But it was the first time he'd ever smiled at me. I still remember that expression.
Wow. I guess that kind of sums him up, huh? Well, like when he said like it gave him new life, I thought it was one of those situations where like, you know, you lose your arm. And I'm not saying this is like a common situation, but I'm saying I thought the situation was he lost his arm, and then he realized later on, like with his mechanical arm, that it gave him a new lease on life. Interesting. So it was like right away when he was still bandaged up. I guess that kind of sums him up, huh? Because I don't want to say that's the moral, because I feel like that's trying to push the story along, which I actually I'm finding is very interesting.
Can't tell from looking at him, right? What I'm trying to say is Luka views other people's lives as more important than his own. That's how he's always been.
So on this rescue mission that he was doing, he found it to be more beneficial that he helped out rather than even like lost his own arm. And in fairness, he did help people out today, whether it was with the Fragmentum or whether it was with the stolen robots, right?
So when he says stuff like, "This is for training," that's probably a lie. He's hiding something from you, all right?
Because he's not looking out for himself all the time. That's so interesting. So this idea that like he wasn't just doing this for like, because again, we knew he was hiding something, right? But even like the Svarog thing, I wonder then if it's not for training, why is it still just to prove himself, to prove that he can do this? But this whole mission then wasn't for exactly just training. Which again, we got that vibe. That's so interesting to me.
Anyway, I'm too old to be getting involved in this stuff. I'm sure you and Zila can sort this by yourselves. One thing I will ask, please try not to embarrass him too much,
sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
He's the fighting champion of Boulder Town, after all. An idol for all the children.
Yeah.
He needs to keep up that image.
What an interesting dynamic they've added to his character, like, almost instantly. Right? Almost instantly, we have, like, such, like, a message from Sila. You there? I found Luke. He's on his way to Rivertown alone. Want to go there together? I'm coming. We'll make it if we run. I'm waiting for you at the intersection. Come quick. Yeah, like, I don't know. Because, like, I feel like we knew that the whole thing of, like, oh, this is just for training. Like, even Sela had her doubts, and we want to know the real reason behind this whole training mission, you know, and stuff like this. And, you know, it was a bit shaky. But it's so cool that his character isn't just... Because I always thought he was an interesting character, someone who, like, loves fighting, which he does. He loves fighting. Someone who, like, you know, is very confident and outgoing in a way, too. But then they instantly added this, like, new interesting detail about him that makes me want to learn more about him, which is, like, he does everything, you know, for other people before he cares about himself. Right? And he's acting way different than he usually acts, right? So already we have this, like, big mystery happening here around this character that we already really like. And there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with him having confidence. I love his confidence. I love his, like, outgoing, like, slogans and his nature, right? But there's clearly something else there that's bothering him. Or at least affecting him to make him go this far today. Because, again, what he did today was he helped out to... he helped out the person who lost their machines and called it a training mission. He helped out, you know, by defeating those Fragmentum creatures, and he called it a training mission, right? I wonder if it's just like him trying to help other people in this sense, while also hiding it under the guise of, like, because people, he probably knows that people see him as, like, this, like, you know, confident person, and he probably is, like, again, like I said, confident. They probably see him like this. So he's able to mask that idea of, like, hey, I can still, like, you know, keep up this, like, hero's image of, like, I'm, like, you know, the idol of Balabog, the underworld, while also, like, still helping people. I'm really curious as to see what happens here now, because it like, instantly makes me go, like, I want to know more. I want to know more. He's even more detailed than we thought. Let's go find him. I'm so interested. So interested. You know what I mean? Like, it's, like I freaking love, because at first it was just like, this is a really funny quest. We're hanging around with this guy who, like, is really, like, funny and confident, and I love him. It's so fun to be around. And like, over time, there was, like, little, like, chips where it was like, oh, well, he, like, clearly does care about the people there because he wants to change things here for the vagrants. You know, he's helping people out with the robots. And then it's like, you know, he's pushing, and people tell me he's pushing himself way too hard. He's not usually like this. What's happening with Luka? You know what I mean? And, like, it's so curious.
Oh, you're here. Come on. He wasn't in a hurry, so we should be able to catch up easy enough.
Yeah, I'm so interested. Let's go.
Look, there he is. Let's follow him. Stay quiet.
Is this going to be a stealth mission? Oh, there is trailing. When trailing mode is active, the gameplay prompter will appear at the bottom of the screen. Please keep the target in your trailing within your line of sight. After your target has left your screen for a set amount of time, you'll have lost the target, and the mission will be considered failed. When the prompter's countdown reaches 0, please find your trailing target before the prompter's countdown reaches 0. Okay. Performing actions that make it easier for target discovery, such as running or sprinting, will increase the value of the alert gauge in the prompter. The louder your actions are, the faster the alert gauge will increase. When the alert gauge is full, the mission will be considered as a failed. When trailing mode is active, a series of cover spots that you can shelter behind will be marked within the scene. Interact with the cover to enter stealth mode. While in stealth mode, it becomes harder for the target you're training to discover you. However, be cautious to hide in the spot is directly in the target's line of sight. Please use cover to enter stealth mode. When you're about to be discovered by the target, alternatively, but put distance between you and your target without creating noise, the alert gauge will decrease once you maneuver out of the target's line of sight. Very interesting stuff.
Thank goodness we didn't lose him. Quick, let's keep up the chase.
So we can hide in these spots here.
This doesn't feel right. Hey, let's hide for a bit.
He can't see us through the wall, though, right? This is super fun. Let's wait for him to cross over. Where's he gonna go? We still have an eye on him.
This doesn't feel right. Hey, let's hide for a bit.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, where is he going?
This is so interesting.
This doesn't feel right. Hey, Let's hide for a bit.
Did that say a howling? Like from a fragmentum? Is that gonna be a hiding spot? Is that Hook?
Wait, that's Hook.
Yeah.
What's she doing here?
The moles are everywhere, so Hook was the mastermind of all of this, though. The moles are everywhere.
To no good.
I wonder, though. Hook's pretty nice.
Lucas should tell her to go back to town. He's always worrying after the kid's safety.
There we go. Again, caring about her people, right?
Ruin everything. Shh, she's coming this way.
Oh my god. You know what I mean? Again, like showing that care that he has. Did Hook see us? Did Hook see us? Oh, Hook saw us. Oh my god.
Wow, honorary member, Miss Zil.
Oh my god. Wait.
Shh, be quiet. You almost exposed us.
Seela's a mole?
Why are you sneaking around like this?
Oh my god, she's adorable. Isn't it so funny that Hook is able to find us because Hook is probably so used to like hiding as well, you know, the moles. We're treasure hunting.
Wow, that's so exciting.
You're adorable, Hook.
We're gonna lose him if we don't hurry. Hook, run back to town. Stop hanging around here.
Okay. That's what Luka said too.
Of course, that's what Luka said.
I hope you two find the treasure.
That's so funny that Hook was the one to find us right away.
Thank goodness we didn't lose him. Quick, let's keep up the chase.
Again, like they're showing like how much he cares about the kids in town, and like him being like an idol to all the people in town as well is probably a big deal to him because like he probably wants to like put his best foot forward when it comes to like these kids, right? This is so freaking oh god, you're running. No. I think it just makes him like an even more appealing character. That was like, I don't think they're not being too mean with this cover stuff. I think it's actually quite easy not to get caught here, which is fine.
This doesn't feel right. Hey, let's hide for a bit.
I'm about to lose target. So this is up by the orphanage? It is, yes. I remember this place. I remember the location, like the route, I guess. I wonder why he's at the orphanage. Pretty smile. What is that?
Did he put something down?
It seems so.
Let's go have a look. A case? For some reason, I feel like...
We shouldn't open it? We've come this far, let's open it up. No, it's a private thing, right?
Yeah, I don't have a reason. It's just a feeling. Then again, we followed him for ages. It'll be a waste if we don't see what's inside.
I'll leave it to you, Seela. You know him better than I do.
I wonder what's in there. Here, let me open it. Is this a notebook?
For what?
It looks like a kid's handwriting and some scribbled art. Have a look.
Sure.
Mr. Luka. Hello.
What? What is happening?
My name is Margie, and I'm from Multamerville too. I'm a big fan of yours. I've been sick since I was a baby, but
Stop.
I still dream of becoming a big star in the cage one day.
Stop.
Just like you.
No. 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 This drawing is adorable. Are you kidding me? She was sick.
It's a bit embarrassing, but I wanted my dad to give you this notebook.
Stop.
I wanted to tell you that you've inspired me to keep working hard and achieve my goal. Even if if it's hard to reach.
Wait. So when I said he probably cares about setting a good example as an idol for these kids, little did I know that it was deeper than I even thought. Holy hell.
When I become a fighter as awesome as you, I'm gonna do my best to help people in the underworld.
That's so sweet.
I want to team up with my friends and help everyone together so they can smile again.
So he knows how much of an inspiration he is to these kids, which probably makes sense why he wanted to fight Savara. He wanted to stay, like, strong, right?
I'll listen to their thanks and then yell out my winning slogan.
You have a slogan?
The Terrorville warrior, the peerless boulder champion.
Wait. No. No.
Upholding justice and peace once again.
Wait. Was that her slogan originally? Has he been using her slogan this whole time? And he's been going around helping people. Man, I am devastated.
I want to chase away all the bad things hurting everyone.
Wait, first of all, like, yeah, just like he does with the freaking Fragmentums as well. What the frick, dude?
I'll go with my friends and clear out all the scary monsters.
That's literally what we did with the Fragmentum. With the Antimatter Legion.
I'll make the underworld safe and then yell out my other winning slogan. The Terrorville warrior,
Oh.
the peerless boulder champion.
What the hell? Why would they do this?
Defeater of evil throughout the world.
I'm so sorry for sniffling, guys. I'm so sorry. I'll try to do it away from the mic.
Lastly, I want to make life better for the
No.
underworld.
No. He did all the things that she wanted to do.
Mom said there's someone called Svarog who keeps stopping us from going back to the
She
old
thought.
world.
This is brutal.
So I'm gonna challenge that big robot and show him what I can do as a champion fighter.
I am so, like, in bits. He's doing all the things that she wanted to do.
But Svarog is too strong. We'll never win. My friends are gonna all want to back out when they hear about this.
That's exactly literally what happened.
But I know I have to be an example for everyone. I need to stick my neck out and go challenge Svarog on my own.
And that's what... He's a freaking inspiration to everybody.
Bam! Crack! Boom! It's gonna be such an epic fight. And then we'll reach a draw. And neither of us will be able to win.
She had this all thought out in her head as well. This is so... I didn't expect this at all. At all.
But Svarog will acknowledge my strength and be willing to listen to the Underworlders.
Oh, Margie. What happened to her? Are they like... I don't think I'm ready to understand.
So, it'll be a happy ending. My friends will clap and all the people suffering
Jesus.
will be free.
Freaking hell.
But all that is just my dream. I don't know how long it's gonna be till it becomes reality.
My hair hurts so much right now. It really does.
I'm lying in bed
Oh
sick
God.
right now. But as long as Mr. Luka is around, I won't be scared. I remember everything you said to encourage me.
Oh God, I'm a mess. I'm a freaking mess. This is like my first recording of the day.
Before becoming a champion, I want to defeat this illness first. Then I need to learn how to stand, walk, and exercise again. Until I achieve all my dreams. I hope. No. I believe.
Like had with this.
Mr. Luka will support me till the end. Right?
My face is drenched. Absolutely drenched. I'm sorry, guys. That's exactly what everything's explained with one thing here.
Luka. I think I get it now.
Oh, I get it. And I hate it. I hate that I get it. Like, it's a beautiful story, but I hate that. I think we're going to talk about, I think, what happened to Margie as well, though.
Maybe we should forget about all this. What do you say?
Yeah. I agree.
Maybe one day we can talk about it with him.
Yeah, when he wants to.
But let's give him some time.
Jesus Christ.
Let's head back to town for today. The heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking nature of this. Good night, Margie.
What?
No. Must I return to the Hall of Karma so soon? I can't. I can't do it unless...
What type of...
Unless Sister is with me.
Devilry is that? What type of freaking... To end it there. Like, this game is so good at, like, you know, endings in a way that's like, you know, story-wise, it's like makes perfect sense. It's like, yeah, leave, because it knows how to leave you with a feeling, right? It adores leaving you with a feeling. But I feel like it's one of those situations where I'm sad as well, and I need, like, I kind of needed, like, a conversation with Sela. I'll be honest with you. I kind of needed, like, one of those moments you have, like, with like, you know, like March or something. I'm a mess. I really am. I'm so sorry for rudely sniffling to the mic. Baby gang says Sab. Jesus. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm just really devastated. I'm gonna put Stell back on the team when we talk about this because she's and it's no offense to Xing Shui. I just know Stell has like She just, and this sounds, you know, she has very quiet idle animations, so it's easier when like, so I don't have to like run around all the time, you know, I can just have her stand, you know, she's, you know what I mean? Yeah, that was the best companion quest that we've done so far. That's, and it's, to me, like, it's just a credit to how good the Star Rail writing is. We started off like that whole companion quest with a with this character that we met that was like very rambunctious and outgoing and excitable, and we knew the Sela was annoyed at him sometimes, but he had a heart of gold. We knew that already, like, because like we knew he was dependable, right? But she was annoyed. Sela was annoyed by him, but he's very dependable, and I think that's such a beautiful thing. We knew how he was like someone who fought in the pits and had a very like, and loved to fight and loved to find new meaning and loved to find a new way of life after. And then we found out that like he did, you know, we found out that after the Svarog battle, after he lost his arm, it actually gave him like a new hope and probably made him feel like he was going to be an inspiration to people as well. Margie, who was a character who was clearly sick, and I think she was, she couldn't, you know, she was not able to like do the things that she wanted to do. I feel like she lived through Luka, and Luka was able to be like an inspiration to her. And the way Oleg said that he's kind of like an, you know, he is, you know, someone to look up to, and he has an image that people like really, you know, the kids look up to even as well. And that's such a beautiful thing that he was able to do this for. And I wonder if he returned the notebook to the orphanage because she's gone, you know? And that's why he did all this today. And it really shows his character a lot to me, you know? Because while he is very rambunctious and outgoing and excitable and confident and all this stuff, all the stuff he did today was one of the most generous and beautiful things that you could ever do. To silently, without telling anybody, which is again just shows a good person to me, without telling anybody, he kept in his eyes, he's like, I can keep up this image that I have with people that I'm a very overconfident, or I just say confident person who goes headstrong into everything and doesn't think before I act, while also fulfilling the dreams that Margie had through me. And I feel like that's what we got at here, was like the idea that he was like trying to fulfill the dreams for Margie, right? No, he like not even like, there's no way of other way around it. That's what he was doing. He when she said she wanted to help people out, he helped find, you know, the two robots. When she said that she wanted to like clear the space for like, you know, to make it safer, he destroyed the Fragmentum monsters, and then he challenged Svarog, even though he knew Svarog wasn't the reason that, you know, everything's changed, right? But Margie probably didn't get to see it, you know? She probably didn't get to see that there's this change now where people can go to the surface and stuff.
Nice.
And that's why it's so hard, you know, whenever like I not only respect the anger that and allow the anger that the people of the underworld have. I support it 100% when they had such an anger to the people in the overworld, because look at what they pretty much took away a large portion of people's lives, and you don't know how long anyone has. And Kokolia did that. I know she was under the influence and stuff, I guess, but she did do that.
Nice.
Luka in the end did all this stuff so he carry out Margie's dream, and he even used her like this whole time, like, we, you know, and it's not Sela and Stell's fault because they didn't know. They were calling his slogan like very you know, silly, because it was a child's slogan, you know. Like, and it makes, like, I loved it just because it was so funny, but like it makes sense why they would find it like super like childish and like immature, or maybe immature, like super silly. It's because a child made it up. You know what I mean? A child made it up. And he used that slogan every single time and kept it under wraps. And in the end, he just had to do what he had to do. He got beaten up by Svarog so he could say he did all the stuff that Margie wanted to do. He's an inspiration to the people here in the underworld, an inspiration to kids. And he probably feels like, yeah, he probably loves fighting and he has that confidence in him. But he probably also feels like, you know, I lost my arm, you know. These kids who have injured themselves or are sick can look at me as someone who like has lost a part of them. But my life isn't over, you know. It's not over for me. Look at all this stuff I'm able to do. And if you're a kid who is sick or injured or has some sort of like ailment of some kind that like inhibits their movement in some way, it's the truth, which is your life isn't over, right?
Noise.
Your life isn't over. But sometimes it can be hard to see that, especially when things are, you know, people are doing different things around you. And to look at like someone like Luka, who lost his arm and then found and became, and hasn't even, in his view anyway, has a better quality of life now. I know that everyone could be as tough as Luka, but I think he could be like a big inspiration for everybody, for people who do have those ailments and people who don't. And it seems that he is that way as well. An incredible story of a character who, like, is so funny and so cheerful, so pretty and so amazing, but also just a very like emotional story as well, showcasing a character who is pretty selfless in a lot of ways. In every, Jesus Christ, he told nobody about this. Natasha didn't know about this. Oleg didn't know about this. Sela didn't know about this. Like, he genuinely just cared about getting that stuff done for Margie so he could fulfill her wish. And it looked like he was very happy in the end, and he didn't cry for Margie, even though I did. He stayed that inspiration, right? Even as he put the notebook down in the chest. He stayed an inspiration. And I'm not saying that like it's obviously showing kids that you can cry as well, and showing them that, you know, hey, like it's okay to be upset and stuff like this is good too. But I think he knows in his own mind that like this vision that people have of him is so helpful. You know what I mean? And so he probably wants to keep that intact even after Margie was gone. This is the best companion quest I've played so far, and that's saying a lot because the companion quests so far have been amazing. And Luka is probably, I would say, a top 3 favorite characters for me in this game in terms of story so far as well. Like, he's incredible. He's absolutely incredible. I hope we get to see him again. I hope we do. I really hope. This is incredible, guys. To talk about Clara's side of things too, because I actually, like, at some point there, you probably noticed a cut at some point. I saw like a message I got there that basically said that the Clara quest is
Noise.
The Clara quest is not going to be it's not going to be available until I'm level 34, and it's like after the second planet, which is fine as well. Actually, it probably is better to pace ourselves like that anyway. So we can do that after the second planet or whatever when we get to the second planet. But yeah, that Clara quest I think was, you know, it's not completed yet, so I can't talk about fully, but it is like this idea, I think, trying to show Clara's personality as well, but she is a character who like has a lot of like care and emotion for these robots while also being someone who is like very mechanically sound. And I just wonder where it's going to go when it comes to like the idea of like, I think it's also trying to show like what the sentience of robots are and how much they mean to society, while also showing the mistreatment of robots as well. And I think that's going to be a very interesting take that they show in the second one as well. I thought both of these are great, but like the Luka quest, I think it was just like, you know, since it was one singular quest, had this, you know, advantage of being like incredible all the way through. That to me is like why I love story quests in Genshin, where I can laugh, I can smile at the start. I can start to see a mystery going through the middle part, and then at the end, it hits you emotionally. But I haven't been hit emotionally hard in Honkai yet. This is, I think, is like the most I've been hit so far. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Thank you guys for supporting the series. We will be getting to a new planet after we're finished the companion quest, and we might be doing an event as well. I'll see where it goes, and then we will be going. I want to take my time. I don't want to like rush through this game. There's no point in rushing through this game. I find this to be absolutely incredible. It really is incredible. And I want to say that, you know, sometimes people say like, you know, and I love you guys for you saying that, Calvin, we appreciate you're not afraid to show your emotions on screen. Because we know that for some people that can be embarrassing. For me, it's not, I will say sorry for sniffling just because like I think it's a courteous thing to do because, you know, when you sniffle, you know, it's a loud noise in people's ears. If you're wearing headphones, you're probably like, oh my God. But I know that like you guys don't mind that much either. But crying is very natural. It's a very natural thing. And when I realized that years ago, I think I like, you know, the first time I ever cried for a piece of media was Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring. That's the first time I ever cried. And, you know, as a kid, I like, you know, you try to put up a tough front, but as I became older, like, it's like, man, when I cry about a video game, it just means I have a deep connection with it, you know. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Thank you so much for supporting the series. Thank you to my patrons at the highest tier, Typhara2, Jamie Bull, Jonathan Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yuld, Radish, Anusta, Death Trap, Lynx Markey, Assassin, Shakagon, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Heck, SR Fiji, Leon, High Kasperian, Jared Beanham, and my YouTube member at the highest tier, Blasco. And I'll see you all so soon. Bye bye.